Illustrated, I'm going to read Volume 3, Book 3, SataRudra Samhita, Chapter 11, Prologue to Sarabha, Incarnation, in the Shiva Puran. Vakratanamakaya, Suryakuti Samapatnani, the Veganam Kriya, Savakaya, make it in time. Nandishvara said, thus implored by the gods, Lord Shiva, the abode of mercy, decided to quell that great fairy fury of man-lion. Thereafter, Rudra remembered the powerful Virabhadra, the cause of dissolution, and addressed Bhairava, his own form. Then suddenly there came the leader of the gunners, laughingly, loudly, and accompanied by the leading gunners. Laughing boisterously and jumping about here and there, he was surrounded by crowds of fierce man-lion formed gunners, madly dancing heroes, joyously leaping about. The warlike heroes, Brahma and others, were playing about as if with balls. The leader of the gunners was surrounded by others too, who had remained unseen. He was respected by the heroes. He had a fiery splendor, as fierce as the fire the end of Kalpa. His 3 eyes shone splendidly. He had no weapon. He had matted hair. He was bedecked by the refulgent crescent moon. He had 2 sharp fangs curved like the crescent moon. His eyebrows were like the split pieces of Indra's bow. With his fierce hissing whooping sound defied the faces of the quarters. He was as dark as the blue cloud and collyrium. He was terrible and wondrous, with full-grown moustaches and beards. He was whirling his trident of unsplit lustre like a piece of musical instrument over and over again. The Lord Virabhadra arrived with his heroic strength fully expanded. He said to Shiva, O Lord of the universe, why I have been remembered by you. Please do me a favor and command me. Nandishvara said on hearing the words of Virabhadra and glancing at his face respectfully. Lord Shiva, the chastiser of the wicked, said lovingly. Shiva said, an untimely terrible fear has cropped up for the gods. The fire of that man-lion is blazing. You shall quell this inaccessible one. At the outset, convince him in a consoling manner. If he does not subside thereby, show my great terrible form. O Virabhadra, at my behest, bring me his head and hide after quelling his subtle fury with your subtle one, and his gross splendor with your gross one. Nandishvara said, urged thus, the leader of the gunners assumed a calm body and features and hastened to the place where the man-lion was sitting. Then Virabhadra, the destroyer, addressed Vishnu, Shiva, then spoke to him as the father speaks to his own son. Virabhadra said, O Lord Vishnu, you have taken the incarnation for the happiness of the universe. You, the great Lord, have been entrusted with the task of maintaining the universe by Shiva. Formerly, multitudes of creatures moving about in the one vast ocean have been split by your lordship in the form of a fish by bidding them with your tail. You support the earth in the form of a tortoise. You lifted it up in the form of a boar. In the form of a lion, Hiranyakshipu has been killed. Again, in the form of a dwarf, you had bound Bali. You are the origin of all living beings. You are the eternal Lord. Whenever any misery torments the world, you incarnate yourself and make it free from distress and ailment. O Vishnu, there is none else devoted to Shiva more than you, or even equal to you. The Vedas of sacred rites have been established by you towards an auspicious goal. That Dhanava, Hiranyakshipu, has been killed, for which purpose you have taken this incarnation. Prahalada, too, has been saved. O Lord Narasimha, O soul of the universe, subdue this extremely terrible body yourself in my presence. Nandishvara said, urged thus with quiet, peaceful words of Virabhadra, the arrogant man-lion assumed a more terrible anger. O sage, threatening the heroic Virabhadra with his curved fangs, he spoke harsh and terrible words. The man-lion said, go back the way you have come from. Do not speak offending words. I am now going to annihilate the universe of the mobile and immobile beings. The annihilation is not the withdrawal of myself by myself or through others. I have my sway everywhere. There is none to rule over me. Everything functions fearlessly by my favor. I am the instigator as well as the restrainer of all powers. O leader of the gunners, whatever is endowed with magnificence, whatever is glorious and powerful, know that to be my expanded splendor. They know me, the knower of the reality of the divinity, as the greatest. Brahma, Indra, and other gods are powerful inasmuch as they are my own parts. Brahma, the creator of the universe, who was formerly born of my umbilical lotus, is greater than all, being independent, maker, remover, and the Lord of all. This is my greatest glory. What else do you wish to hear again? Hence seek refuge in me and return to your abodes, being freed from feverish ailment. O Lord of Gunners, know that the entire universe of this nature is my own. This universe, including the gods, asuras, and human beings, is the manifestation of my greatness. I am Kala, the cause of destroying the worlds. I am engaged in annihilating the worlds. O Virabhadra, know me to be the death of death. These gods are alive by my very favor. Nandishvara said on hearing the arrogant words of Vishnu. Virabhadra of immeasurable exploits laughed and said contemptuously with throbbing lips. Virabhadra said, don't you know the Pinaka-bearing Lord of the universe as the annihilator? Baseless argument and disputation will end in death for you. What other incarnation of yours is left still to be taken? With that, whatever it may be, you will remain alive only in the story. Tell me the defect which has led you to this plight. With that Lord capable of annihilation, you will get the balance of Dakshina. You are Prakriti and Rudra is Purusa. The semen is deposited in you. The five-faced Brahma was born of your umbilical lotus. Remaining in a severe penance, he contemplated on Shiva, the blue-necked, in his forehead for the creation of the three worlds. Shiva came out of his forehead. I am the ornament of the Lord of gods, in the form of Bhairava, in the manner of creation. O Vishnu, I have been engaged in subduing you, either through humility or through force, by Rudra, the Lord of gods, the Lord of all. After tearing to pieces a single demon, you roar by your arrogance. Actually, you are free from slumber only because you are endowed with a digit of his power. Help rendered to good men is accepted as conducive to happiness. Help rendered to bad men is conducive to offense. Narasimha, O Narasimha, if you consider Lord Shiva as a mere living being, you are ignorant, very arrogant, and full of aberrations in every respect. O base Narasimha, you are neither creator, nor sustainer, nor annihilator. You are subservient and deluded in mind. You are not independent anywhere. O Vishnu, like the potter's wheel, you are forcibly induced by Shiva. When you take the different incarnations, you are always dependent on him. Your skull, left by you in the midst of the necklace of Shiva. while you had assumed the form of a tortoise, is still there. None who is burnt is bound. It is your partial forgetfulness that is your body as a boar. Your fangs were felled by the slayer of Taraka. You were burnt by the fire of the trident, O Visvaksina. At the time of Daksha's sacrifice, your head was cut off by me, brilliant in form. O Vishnu, the fifth head of Brahma, your son, which was cut, has not been set right even now. It is forgotten by you. In the battle you were defeated by Daricha along with the gods. How can it be forgotten by you while scratching your head? O discus-armed one, you are fond of your discus, but you have forgotten whence you got it and by whom it was made. Whatever worlds I have seized, in them you lie down in the ocean, overcome by sleep. How can you then be a sattvika? From you to a blade of grass, everything expands and develops only through Rudra's power. Professing to possess power, you have been deluded by the fire all round. Ordinary man is incapable of seeing the greatness of his splendor. That is the greatest of the regions of Vishnu, which only the people of subtle intellect can perceive. Lord Shiva manifests himself in between heaven and earth, Indra and Agni, Yama and Varuna, in the heart of darkness and in the light of the moon. You are Kala, but Lord Shiva is Mahakala and Kalakala. Hence you will be death of death only through Shiva's digit. But the steady one today is the imperishable hero, the Lord Protector of the universe. He is the destroyer of fever, a dreadful beast, a golden bird. You are the four-faced Brahma. You and the four-faced Brahma are not the rulers of the world, nor anyone else is the ruler. Shiva is certainly the ruler of all. Thus, taking everything in consideration, you subdue yourself by yourself. O man-lion, O wise one, keep yourself safe, otherwise death will befall you like a thunderbolt on a stump due to the fury of the Lord in the form of Bhairava. Nandishvara said, after saying this and observing the view of the man-lion, Virabhadra, the furious form of Shiva, stopped. He was not afraid of anyone. Footnotes. Hindu mythology represents Brahma as springing from the navel of Vishnu or from a lotus which grew thereout. Hence Brahma is called Nabhija, navel born. 32. The contents of the verses 21, 29, 30 and 35 in this chapter are reminiscent or of similar ideas expressed in the Bhagavad Gita. 33. This verse, as well as the fourth foot of the previous verse, is defective. It is your partial forgetfulness that in your body as a boar your fangs were felled by the slayer of Taraka. That's the verse they were talking about. And here is today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Om Prabhu Prananatam Vyum Veshwanatam Jagannatanatam Saranantabhajam Buddham Veshwaram Bhutanatam Shivam Shankaram Shanti Om Kapura Gaudam Karanavartaram Sansara Saram Mujkendra Hadam Stavasantam Hridyar Vinnepavam Bhavami Saitam Namami Om Nama Parvati Pate Hara Hara Mahadev Ki Jai. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.